Fine, I'll play Brainstorm and Pauper High Tide, okay? Let's go check it out. In front of you is Pauper High Tide featuring Brainstorm, a really old card that we're playing today. And why am I highlighting Brainstorm? Well, if you caught my last video, which you can find in the card above, that was 3 months ago. And in that video, I had a rant about how I don't love Brainstorm in this deck. So let's say you've been living underneath a rock, or if you're new to the game and you don't know what Brainstorm is, it's a 1 blue mana instant where you draw 3 cards and then you put 2 cards from your hand back on top of your library. So it's not look at the top 3, draw a card. You can change the context of your hand with Brainstorm. Why wouldn't I want to play a card like that in a Storm combo deck in Pauper? Well, when you look at the deck, there's actually very few shuffle effects. You have Lorien Revealed, which island cycles so that way you can find your second land. You have Merchant Scroll, and then you have Ponder, but you don't really want to use Ponder to shuffle for Brainstorm. Not to mention the lists that play Brainstorm actually don't play Ponder, but today I'm playing both. So usually with Brainstorm, you end up using Preordain to put 2 cards on the bottom and then draw a card. That's not really what you want to be doing with Preordain. You want to use Preordain early to dig for High Tide or other combo pieces you need, like the Psychic Puppetry. You can also Brainstorm mid-combo and then put 2 lands on the top and then use Peer Through Depths. I think that's a pretty acceptable way to use the card. And then you have the same thing with pieces of the puzzle. So what is my big gripe with Brainstorm? Well, it is in the slot that should be helping you with consistency. And that's why I've always loved Ponder in this deck. So that way on turn 1, we're digging for the combo piece we need, like Psychic Puppetry or High Tide itself, because you do need double High Tide in order to win the game. So that has always been my thing. And then Brainstorm is taking up that consistency slot. Well, today I'm playing both. And what I cut was 2 copies of pieces of the puzzle. And then I cut the Flood of Recollections. And when you're cutting the Flood of Recollection, you actually have to put the second copy of Stream of Thought into the deck, or it doesn't function, because you really need 2 to shuffle in extra copies of Ideas Unbound or Peer Through Depths, but also gives you some backup plans against discard or counter magic or things like that. So I am playing 2 Stream of Thought. I don't play the main deck Giga Drowse. I'm fine just using Psychic Puppetry to tap down my opponent's lands. I know some people love it a lot. I'm not personally a big fan, but I do like the look of Brainstorm, Ponder, and Preordain, making your deck very lean, and you still get to play the super powerful pieces of the puzzle, Pauper, stock up type card. In the sideboard, 4 copies of Blue Elemental Blast. I found that the red matchup really needs them because you either need to slow them down or, counter their Pyroblast or Red Elemental Blast. For a long time, I thought Dispel was good enough, but I think you just want the Blue Elemental Blast at this point. You have the Giga Draws for control decks, same thing with the Dispel, and then you have a Snap plus Augur of Boros package. So sometimes you bring in Snap versus decks like Walls or other fast combo decks, and then you board out the Hidden Strings. The problem with that is, what if you bounce their only creature? Now your other 3 snaps are dead. Well, if you bring in Augur of Boros, you can snap your own things multiple times, and that's pretty good. The downside of Augur of Boros is that you can't find it off of Peer Through Depths or pieces of the puzzle. So that's a little awkward, but having the blocker early that also, enables your snaps is pretty good. So that's the idea. That's my slightly longer deck tech today. I hope you enjoy it. And let's see how Brainstorm plays in a list that also features Ponder, because I've played it without Ponder and I didn't love it. So let's see how it does today, and I'll see you in the first round. Don't go anywhere. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, early access to videos, exclusive members only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, like theepicstorm.com/shop, or submitting a donation deck via theepicstorm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Round number 1, we're on the draw, and I've opened up a hand that does not contain a single land. We'll send it back. Alright, so this hand's actually very good. We'll keep and bottom the Stream of Thought. So what we need here is another High Tide, and then we pretty much have everything we need to go. Turn 1, Contaminated Aquifer, so a blue deck. Psychic Puppetry will play Ponder. I mean, the other lands aren't terrible. I think I'm going to keep this because you could go off with 1 High Tide plus double Puppetry, so the extra lands do matter. So I'll keep. They play an island and the Modern Age. Sure, gets rid of a sneaky snacker. We'll play the island and pass. The Modern Age, they discard an island. And now they play an Archaeologist. Interesting. They mill over Counterspell and another Counterspell where you have to sacrifice a blue permanent. So I feel like this is probably a turn where I need to try to win. So I'm going to Brainstorm. We did not find it. So I'd like to think for a moment here. If I untap and play High Tide, I can then Puppetry, untap. I mean, I could try to win here. Probably start with the Peer Through Depths to clear the land. Okay, we're going to go for it. Turn 3, High Tide. I'll now splice the Peer Through Depths. Okay, so we've spliced both. We find the other High Tide, that's perfect. Alright, so now I can tap this land. We'll play the other High Tide. And now we Ideas Unbound double splice. Okay. Another Puppetry. We'll play Preordain. I think I'm supposed to keep the Lorien Revealed. And I'll burn one of these Psychic Puppetries to make more mana. So I'm going to cast Psychic Puppetry, but can't. So I want to make sure that I splice this correctly. Target, and then untap, untap. Okay, so we untap all 3 of our lands now. And I will hardcast Lorien Revealed. Preordain, Stream of Thought. I think I'm going to Ponder here. Gives me the most looks. Pieces of the Puzzle. I mean, that digs really deep. Our island's currently tapped for 3, so I'd only have 1 mana floating, so I'd have to burn another Puppetry for this. I think I'm going to shuffle. There we go. Now we'll Peer Through Depths. Splice. We missed again on the arcane spell. I'll take Brainstorm this time. And this is the sort of spot where Brainstorm can be good, is when you put back 2 lands. So now I will Stream of Thought myself. And we'll put back in Ideas Unbound, Peer Through Depths, Peer Through Depths. Maybe that's it. Okay. So I have to hit an arcane spell. Play Ponder, so that gives me the most looks. Ooh, Hidden Strings, and the arcane spell. Okay. We'll keep the Hidden Strings. Play Hidden Strings. I mean, playing High Tide is certainly fun. I'm aware that some people really don't like it on Reddit. They're like, oh, the deck shouldn't be legal. It takes up all this time. Meh. The deck is a blast. Like, I get that you're not a fan of combo, but combo exists in almost every format. And High Tide is within the realm of reasonable for the power level of the format. So I would recommend adjusting your attitude probably regarding, like, pace of play. Because, like, Familiars also takes an infinite amount of time. We'll take another Peer Through Depths. Like, there's a bunch of, like, really slow decks in Pauper. Like, High Tide isn't unique in that aspect, in my opinion. Take another Peer Through Depths. We're just really looking for, like, an Ideas Unbound or something. Another Peer Through Depths. Double Ideas Unbound. That was actually a really good top 5. It's a shame that they're all going on the bottom here. I think I'll Preordained. And, ooh. You know what? I'm going to keep the Lorien Revealed. I'm sorry, 3 cards are just too much to give up here. Ooh, 3 duds. Okay. Well, Psychic Puppetry. That was good. Now we'll Merchant Scroll. Just to shuffle the deck, we'll grab the Peer Through Depths. And now we can Ideas Unbound. Beautiful. Play Brainstorm. This way we can convert a couple of these lands into something more useful. Play Pieces of the Puzzle. Take High Tide, Ponder. Like, I've never argued that Brainstorm is bad mid-combo. The issue is that I think that it takes up a slot of a card that should be helping you in the first or second turn of the game. Like, Brainstorm is obviously fine when you're comboing, but I just don't think the deck needs help while you're comboing to keep winning. Might have targeted the same land twice there, we'll see. Yep, I did, like a dummy. Okay, so I'll burn a Hidden Strings here. Okay, so I found another pieces of the puzzle and a third Psychic Puppetry. 12 cards left in deck. Let's play Brainstorm. Get rid of 2 islands. Play the pieces of the puzzle. Take Merchant Scroll's Stream of Thought. 6 cards left in deck. Ideas. I'm sorry, yeah, it is ideas. We have 3 puppetries. 3 cards remain. Play the other High Tide. 17 mana. Psychic Puppetry 3 times. Trying to win quickly here. It's been a while, so I feel like I'm a little rusty. Like, it's actually been 3 months since I've played this deck. Take the Preordain, I guess. And now we will Stream of Thought, target them. We'll replicate twice. And then I will shovel the other Stream of Thought back in. So we'll do Stream of Thought, and then just put back a bunch of arcane spells. I guess I can put back some hidden strings, too. Okay, we have 14 cards left in our deck. I'll play Preordain. Keep both of these. And at this point, we're just going to play arcane spells and generate mana. Another Ideas Inbound. 37 mana in my pool. Alright, I didn't draw the other Stream of Thought yet, so I'm just going to Ideas again, make a little bit more mana. And there it is. So we'll now play Stream of Thought with Replicate, target you. Trying to go as quickly as possible. And then we'll play Deep Analysis, targeting them. Alright, so we won the first game, and now that we've won the first game, we can look at their deck a little bit. Okay. So they were playing Abjure, which we saw when they picked it up off the Archaeologist. They can return Sneaky Snackers with it, so it's cute. They have main deck Bazooka Bog, Cryogenic Relic, which also works with the Abjure. Hard Evidence. It looks like it's just like Dimir Control. Okay. We'll bring in the Dispel and Giga Drowse. I think in these sort of slower matchups, you should board out hidden strings and just like slow down the tempo of the game. Because you're not really trying to turn 3 them like I did in game 1. In the post-board games, you're just looking to be consistent and wait for your window. This seems fine. Keep. We have one of the few shuffle effects for Brainstorm that you actually want. So that's good. So here we can Brainstorm probably on turn 2 and then shuffle with the Lorien revealed. But that's, I'm going to sound petty here, but it's like one of the few good ways that you can set up with Brainstorm. Because like you don't really want to wait to Brainstorm and then like Merchant Scroll on turn 3. Like that's just so slow and leaves yourself open, which I don't love. But having Brainstorm plus Lorien revealed is ideal. We'll keep both of these, I think. Pass the turn. They play an island and the Archaeologist. They pick up their own Lorien revealed. I'm just going to Brainstorm now. We'll put back Stream of Thought. We don't need that. And the pieces of the puzzle. Cycle Lorien revealed. Just doing this now so I can F6 and save my clock. I probably should have F6 last turn. Now they cycle the Lorien revealed. They grab another basic. The Modern Age. Gets rid of Sneaky Snacker. Brainstorm again. I think I'd like to start on Ponder. High Tide and another Ideas. We'll keep the High Tide. So now we just need Psychic Puppetry. Play the Brainstorm. Put back Double Island. And cycle the Lorien revealed. Okay. They discard another Sneaky Snacker here. And now they use the Clue token. That's a nice interaction between the Modern Age and the Clue token to get back the Snackers. This might be a window for us. They have one untapped island. But my fear here is that I don't have the Psychic Puppetry. So just talking out loud, I could go like High Tide, Pier. I'd only lose to double 1 mana interaction. But if I miss on the Pier to find Psychic Puppetry, we're in big trouble. But the fact that they tapped low gives me incentive to try to win here. I think I'm going to pass. I think it's just too risky. Actually, maybe I should main phase the Pier. It's more likely to resolve this way. And we did find the Psychic Puppetry. Bummer. If only I wasn't a coward. We'll pass. This person just loves tapping their mana. Okay. I do think their deck has some sweet synergies between like the Archaeologist and Sneaky Snacker. The Clue off of the Hard Evidence to return the Sneaky Snacker. Like, this deck is well built. I will say that. They have 3 cards in their hand. Ponder. I think I'm jamming. Let's play High Tide. That resolved. Another High Tide? What about a third High Tide? Make 8 mana. Ideas Unbound, Splicing Psychic Puppetry. 5 mana floating. And that just resolves. Interesting. Okay. We'll try another Ideas Unbound. We just have nothing. Find another Psychic Puppetry. Player land for the turn. And Peer Through Depths, Splice, Splice. We'll take pieces of the puzzle. Peer Through Depths. And they just conceded. Wow. Yeah, I guess so. They just never drew any interaction. We saw Counterspell and Abjure in game 1, but I guess they just didn't have it. And we win match number 1. So we are now 1-0. 4 matches remain. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. For round number 2, we're on the draw. I will keep this. I have no idea what the opponent's playing, but we have lands and spells. Good enough. The opponent mulligans to 4. I'm going to go ahead and guess the newer spy deck. We'll see. No. Alright, so it's Affinity, and this person really wanted a Nile Spellbomb versus the Cycle Storm guy, I guess. But I'm not playing Cycle Storm today. Okay, it's Jund Wildfires. We'll play Island and Merchant Scroll. This can go grab a Psychic Puppetry. Pass the turn. They play another Bridge. And a Cleansing Wildfire. They have 3 cards in their hand. We draw land number 5. Not really what we needed here. I'll play Ponder. Keep another Ponder. Just lets you look at one more card. I think that's good enough here. We'll play the Ponder. Okay, and I'll Ponder one more time. Triple Island. Shuffle. And we'll pass. Oh no, Bojuka Bog. I'm glad you mulliganed to 4 for that. Good job. They have 3 cards in their hand. Writhing Chrysalis. Sure. We draw land number 6. I'll play land for turn plus Preordain. So we could keep these. And I think I will. Pass. One thing I could do is tap down the Writhing Chrysalis using the Peer Through Depths, splicing a Puppetry, and then if I don't see anything I want off of the pier, I can just hardcast Lorien Revealed next turn. Our opponent plays a Refurbished Familiar. I will gladly get rid of an island here. They have 2 cards left. Eviscerator's Insight. They play a land, 2 cards in their hand. Makeshift Munitions. I'm going to Peer Through Depths here and tap the Writhing Chrysalis. We'll take the Ideas Unbound. And I think we're ready to party on our turn. Whoops, I hit no instead of yes. Whoops. Not the end of the world. I guess I'll be at 16 instead of 20. Okay. Player land for turn. We'll play High Tide. We will Peer Through Depths and double splice the Psychic Puppetry. Find another Psychic Puppetry, Hidden Strings Brainstorm. I don't think we want more mana. Or maybe you do. Yeah, I'll take the Psychic Puppetry. It's just as good as another High Tide here, which I would have taken, so we'll play the Ideas Unbound, triple splice. And now I will Ideas Unbound again, triple splice. And we found another High Tide. We'll play that. Let's Brainstorm here. Put back Island and Preordain. Pieces of the puzzle. Take Ideas Unbound High Tide. Play the High Tide. And now we'll Ideas Unbound again, triple splice, Brainstorm, 2 lands on top, and now we'll Peer Through Depths to clear those lands. I guess we're taking a Lorien Revealed. We will Ideas Unbound. Whoa, hold on, cancel. Need to tap some lands here. Ideas Unbound, triple splice, Psychic Puppetry once again. I always wonder in my Cycle Storm videos how often I say cycle. Like, I've never done a count. But I have to imagine it's like hundreds of times. I wonder in High Tide videos how many times you say splice. Like, it's got to be a lot. We'll play another copy of Peer Through Depths. We'll take the Stream of Thought. I feel like we're pretty close to winning. Hidden Strings. They're at 48 cards in deck. Let's play pieces of the puzzle. 20 cards left in our library. Psychic Puppetry, Ponder. Play the Ponder. Deep Analysis. Sure, we'll take that. So, tapping all of our lands brings us up to 48. Yeah, we have enough to win here. So, I'll splice Psychic Puppetry. Untap some lands. Tap again. A whole boatload of mana. We'll play Stream of Thought. Okay, replicating 11 times. So that's going to be 48 cards exactly. Target you. Okay, they've been decked. Now I will play Deep Analysis targeting them. Sweet. Look at their graveyard. Main deck now Spellbomb. 2 main deck now Spellbombs. I mean, it looks pretty stock. Alright, so our opponent's going to be bringing in Red Elemental Blasts and Duress. It doesn't hurt to bring in Blue Elemental Blast because it does counter Red Elemental Blast. And then on top of that, it could hit something like a Writhing Chrysalis or a Cleansing Wildfire to slow them down. So I think that this card's fine. Once again, like the previous matchup, this is a slower matchup where your opponent's trying to disrupt you a lot. I think you should just board out Hidden Strings. And we'll click Submit. Play to the speed of the matchup. I mean, I don't love the Stream of Thought in this hand. Like, that's a card I would like to brainstorm away. But I think that this hand is fine enough. They play Twisted Landscape for a basic swamp. We draw land number 2. I like that. I'll play Ponder. I want all of these. I think I'm supposed to protect the Merchant Scroll instead of the High Tide. They play a Mountain. Ichor Wellspring. We will Merchant Scroll and go grab a High Tide. Pass the turn. They play Fanatical Offering, looking for that third land, and they do find it. We draw another Blue Elemental Blast. I will cycle Lorien Revealed, grab our land, play it, and pass the turn. Duress happens. They take the High Tide. Another Duress, okay. This time they take the Stream of Thought. We have another one, so I'm not concerned if that gets exiled. Instead, we'll cycle the Lorien Revealed, Brainstorm. Play my land and pass. They play another Ichor Wellspring. Land number 4, still no green mana. Refurbish Familiar. I'm going to let this happen. We'll discard one of the Blue Elemental Blasts. End step Brainstorm. High Tide, Ponder, Island. We probably don't need the Island. The question is, do I want the Ponder? Like, do I want to burn Pier here? And I think the answer is no. I'll keep the Pier. Play the Ponder. Keep Preordain. Play the Preordain. Bottom the Island. Keep the Pier through depths. Pass the turn. Cleansing Wildfire resolves. You could Blue Elemental Blast it, but I think we're supposed to save the Blue Elemental Blast for Pyroblast. Another Cleansing Wildfire, sure. I'm a little surprised they didn't grab a Forest on the first one, because they could have been punished off the second one. And they skipped their attack step. End step will Peer Through Depths, Psychic Puppetry, and the other High Tide. I think you're supposed to take the Psychic Puppetry here. Brainstorm. I believe that this is an opening, so I'm going to try to take it. We'll play High Tide. And then Splice. Actually, hold on. Is it better to Peer? Because Peer could find another Puppetry or High Tide better than Ideas Unbound. Yeah, I think it's probably better to Peer. And it misses. That's not good. Take the Peer Through Depths. So I could Peer Through Depths, Splice Puppetry again. I think you're supposed to Ideas Unbound because I could draw Island High Tide or Island Psychic Puppetry. Okay. We did not hit. We'll play our Island. Preordain. So another Peer Through Depths doesn't help me here. I think I actually have to bottom both of these. Another Brainstorm. We'll play one. And we missed. Not great fortune here. We'll play Ponder. Another Merchant Scroll. Think I have to shuffle. Brainstorm. Yeah, we just missed. Oh, we saw a lot of cards. So I played one Ideas Unbound this turn. So I could put back 2 live cards and then discard the lands. I guess I will Ponder. Keep the Psychic Puppetry on top. And we'll go to cleanup. Or whatever it's called. Yeah, I guess it's cleanup because I have to discard end step trigger. Whatever. That was a lot of cards to just completely brick. We had 2 High Tides and 3 Psychic Puppetries I could have found. They play a Blood Fountain, Fanatical Offering, and Bojuka Bog. They're attacking, I'll go to 18. They still have 7 cards in their hand. Play the Preordain. We want both of these. Brainstorm, Island, Peer Through Depths, Merchant Scroll for High Tide. Pass the turn. And step they use Blood Fountain to discard Cast Down. My fear at this point is that they found a Pyroblast. I think part of the reason I went on the Cleansing Wildfire turn is that they likely didn't have one, or else they wouldn't have tapped out. So that is why I was like, okay, I think that this is a turn where we need to try to move. They have 8 cards in their hand. The Eviscerator's Insight, play a Bridge, Refurbish Familiar. Ah, that's actually really good here. I have to discard Ideas Unbound. I don't have a choice. So they attack. We're at 14. I don't know. We'll play High Tide. We're probably going to get Pyroblasted. Ideas Unbound, Splice, Psychic Puppetry. We did not get Pyroblasted. Merchant Scroll. This grabs High Tide. We'll play it. Play our land. Merchant Scroll. So this can grab a Peer Through Depths. I don't think we're actually going to be able to win here. I think we're too low on resources, but doesn't hurt to try. Pieces of the puzzle. We'll play it. Ay. Okay, we'll take Psychic Puppetry pieces. Splice Psychic Puppetry. Yeah, I'm afraid we just wasted too much of our deck earlier. Play the pieces. Like, I'm not going to be able to make enough mana here. I'm going to quit wasting my clock and we can just go to game 3. I don't want to time out because I wasted too much time on a lost cause. Hit submit. On the play. Sure. Island, pass. They play a turn 1 bridge. Puppetry was an amazing draw here. Merchant Scroll. I mean, we could try for a turn 3. But, like, we have everything we need. They play a Vault of Whispers. The Refurbished Familiar. I think it's supposed to be Peer Through Depths. Another Merchant Scroll. So I could go Tide Puppetry, but that feels very risky. I'll just Merchant Scroll here, grab another Psychic Puppetry. Pass the turn. They Cleansing Wildfire. Twisted Landscape. So I have an opening to win here where they don't have Pyroblast available. The thing that would cause us to lose is if Ideas Unbound fails. We draw an island. I think we're supposed to move. If we fail, we fail. It's just like this is the window that the opponent gave us, so let's try to capitalize. High Tide. Ideas Unbound, double Splice. Another Ideas, I like that. Okay, Splice. Splice. Well, that was brutal. So it's all up to Ponder. Play the Ponder. Okay, that was good. Ideas Unbound. Splice. Splice. We had another Ideas Unbound. That's good. That's all 4 of them in the top 50%. That's running a little lucky, despite us having one of them be completely terrible in the beginning. Looks like I'm lagging here. Alright, some bad news. I decided to restart Magic Online because the lag, I had been lagging for over 2 minutes, and I was like, you know what, I'll restart to make sure that it's not me. Checked the Magic Online Discord, it turns out that the system went down. So, not my fault. I believe it's going to end up giving us a loss, even though we were going to win that game in my opinion. So we should be 2-0 right now, but we're going to end up being 1-1, and then we'll pick up the league whenever Magic Online decides to come back. So I'll see you in the 3rd round when that happens. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $15.99. This token combo pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens featuring classic Storm and Mana tokens with new inclusions such as our modern Ruby Storm package, but that's not all. Our token pack covers a variety of formats from Pauper to CDH with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. Magic Online is back. I've already been reimbursed my entry for this league, so the best thing we can hope for is a 4-1 at this point, even though we would have been 2-0 in my opinion. We're on the play. Sure, this hand plays Magic. I love seeing the preordained Ponder hands and just being able to sculpt and find what we need. Brainstorm, I will admit, so far has been decent mid-combo. We'll play Island and Preordain. I don't want either of those. Merchant Scroll was a good draw. They play an island. Fairy Seer. So we're facing fairies. In the last BNR update, they said that High Tide combo is like 20% in this matchup. We'll see if I can change that a little. We'll play the Merchant Scroll. Go grab a Psychic Puppetry. Pass the turn. They play an island. And they're getting in there. Moon Circuit Hacker. Fairy Seer is back. 2 cards on the bottom. We'll play island and let's pieces of the puzzle. Ideas Unbound, Hidden Strings. So if our opponent's a crazy person and taps out, we can try to win. They swing. Ouch. Gets rid of a Harrier Strix and plays land number 3. They pass the turn. Peer Through Depths. That was a good draw. We'll play our land and pass. So on the end step, we can tap down a land plus cycle for an island. Sure. And they draw a card. They play land number 4. And now they attack. And they're just not tapping out. So I think I'll cycle the Lorien Revealed. One thing we can also do is tap them down with Hidden Strings. So I'm not going to cave to the pressure. Like, let's just make good decisions here. Another Hidden Strings was not bad. We'll play the island and let's ponder. That resolves. I think that this is a keep. We will pass the turn. They flash in another creature and then quickly sacrifice it. The same new card from Edge of Eternities. They have 4 cards in hand. They find land number 5. Getting in there for 4. Okay, so I think if they're just unwilling to play creatures on their main phase, we're supposed to save the Peer Through Depths. So we know our top card's an island. Next card is a Merchant Scroll. We'll play High Tide. See if this even resolves. They Spell Stutter Sprite. Okay. So winning with 1 tide would be tough. If I tap their other lands, I could tap 2 lands with Hidden Strings, go High Tide, and then I'd have 4 mana open. But then they'd have 2 mana open still. I think I have to try to High Tide again here. Okay. So they use 2 counter spells that turn. They still have 2 cards in hand. Beginning of combat. I'm going to Peer Through Depths and we'll try to tap down the Moon Circuit Hacker to stop them from drawing into another counter spell. Ooh, that's tough. Because now they can snap. Well, they can Nijitsu and then okay, I'm dead here. Actually, we'll play it through. Peer Through Depths. Fizzles. Okay. No, I'm dead. Okay, so that was brutal. We'll bring in the Dispel and Giga Drowse. Get rid of the Hidden Strings. Try that again. We did have a window on turn 3 if my hand was better, but it just wasn't. Game number 2 on the play. Sure, we'll keep. Island main phase the Brainstorm. And we find lands. That was very good. Put back the Lorien Revealed and a Merchant Scroll. Turn 1 Fairy Seer. We'll play Merchant Scroll. Go grab a High Tide. Pass. Land number 2 for the opponent. They swing. Ouch. We draw another Merchant Scroll. We'll try a Brainstorm here, see if they want to waste a Spell Stutter Sprite on this. They Dispel. Play Merchant Scroll. We'll grab another High Tide. Pass the turn. They have 5 cards in their hand. They play land number 3 of 1 mind. Another up to 5 cards. They swing for 2. We'll fall to 17. Merchant Scroll again. We'll play it. We'll grab Giga Drowse. I would like a 4th land at this point. They have land number 4 and another copy of 1 mind. Okay, so they swing. We'll go to 15. Ideas Unbound. We'll play Merchant Scroll. And they Spell Stutter Sprite that. Okay. They have land number 5, hitting all their land drops. It's 3 damage coming in. Looks like they have a Ninja, so now they have Spell Stutter Sprite back in their hand, which is unfortunate. Another Psychic Puppetry. So we missed land number 4 again. So I guess you could look at turn 1 of this game where I put back a Lorien Revealed. But at the time, I thought that I would have drawn more lands. And they're just hitting all of their land drops too. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I can't out-bully them. I just didn't draw lands. They flash in the Spell Stutter Sprite. They must have another Ninja. Okay. I'm at 2. They have 7 cards in their hand. Will Giga Drowse with Replicate. They 4-spike one. Okay. And another 4-spike. Play High Tide. They have another Spell Stutter. We'll play another High Tide. And a counter spell. So we just got absolutely destroyed there. That was not a very competitive match. I could see why the Magic Online results said that it was sub 20%. We're 1-2 now. 2 matches remain. If you're still watching, make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. While you're near the description, here's a reminder to use our affiliate links if you're going to make a purchase from Amazon, Card Hoarder, or TCG Player. Just above those affiliate links, you'll find our social channels. Make sure to join those to connect with us. Let's try to bounce back in match number 4. We're on the draw. This hand kind of stinks, but maybe it's fine. We have Lorien Revealed as our second land, and then you have Merchant Scroll for double High Tide and the Psychic Puppetry. It's just slow. I think you're supposed to keep it, but the hand kind of stinks. Mountain. Okay, we'll play our land. I mean, if they're on burn, keeping the slow hand, it was a little risky. But I didn't know that they were on burn. No end-step burn spell. Kessig Flame Breather. That's dangerous. I'm going to need some good draws if we're going to win this. Play Merchant Scroll. We'll grab a High Tide. Pass the turn. Land number 3. They have 5 cards in their hand. Gutter Snipe. So there's a real chance I'm dead next turn. We'll cycle the Lorien Revealed. Grab an island. Play Merchant Scroll. Grab another High Tide. Pass the turn. So they can attack for 3. That would put me to 16. And then just any number of burn spells would kill me. Grab the prize. Discards Fiery Temper. Okay, I'm at 8. So I'm dead to land burn spell. And Lava Dart does it. Ay. Okay. That happens. So we finally get to try out the Snap plus Augur Bolas stuff, which I've never used before, so this will be nice to do. Alright, so we take out Hidden Strings, and then Pieces of the Puzzle, and then there's some debate on whether or not it should be Deep Analysis, because I like it because you can make it so you don't have to pass the turn versus the burn deck, but there's theoretically you can like loop Stream of Thoughts until you draw your entire deck, and then like discard where the number of ideas and bound you've played. I don't know if I trust this, especially on Magic Online, where you can go, okay, I've played 13 ideas inbound, I'll just draw, my entire library minus, 4 cards or whatever. It just seems like it takes a lot of time, so I don't know if I love boarding out the deep analysis here. I'd probably shave like a Preordain, maybe. Oh no, I forgot the Blue Blasts. Whoops. I put them in the sideboard, and then I don't bring them in. Okay. I mean, our hand is good. We'll play turn 1 Ponder. Mistakes were made. Think we keep this? So the plan is to shuffle the deck before I would draw the Stream of Thought. They play Voldaren Epicure. We'll Merchant Scroll. Go grab... I think another High Tide. Pass the turn. They swing. We draw land. We'll pass. They use a Blood Token, getting rid of Grab the Prize. So I think that means that they have a Pyroblast in their hand where they weren't willing to play that on turn 2. I'm at 17. Island go. Land number 4. They grab the prize, discarding Faithless Looting. I go to 14 end step, Peer Through Depths. We find the Psychic Puppetry. Cycle Lorien Revealed. We draw another Lorien Revealed. I would like to hardcast a Lorien Revealed here. Is that allowed? And they use a Red Elemental Blast. Okay, so I'm at 13. They have 1 damage on the board. I also need to not die here, but they didn't burn me on the end step. Gutter Snipe, 1 mana open. They swing, play High Tide. Here's the blast. Yep. Okay, so I need to try to win off 1 High Tide here. Play the High Tide, and we'll Peer Through Depths, splice Psychic Puppetry. I hit another Peer Through Depths. We'll take that. Peer Through Depths. Finds another Psychic Puppetry, and another High Tide. So I'm going to have 6 mana. So if I take the Tide, technically allows like a perfect Lorien Revealed draw to do it. We just have to get very lucky. Play High Tide. So we want like Snap plus like ideas inbound here. Brutal. League not going well. I mean, obviously I didn't board in Hydroblast here or Blue Elemental Blast or whatever. But that feels bad. 1 and 3. The Gold Sabertooth times the Epic Storm collection has arrived with 3 full-size tokens showcasing the beloved Dark Ritual, CDH Rogsai, and Legacy of the Epic Storm for just $5. On the backs of these tokens, there's a place for my signature or a custom message. In addition to these sweet tokens, a friendly reminder that all orders that ship from theepicstorm.com also come with a signed Storm token from yours truly. The 5th and final match. Let's try to finish this with a win. Alright, we'll keep. I feel bad about not boarding in the Blue Elemental Blast last round, but if I'm being completely honest with you, I don't know how much of a deal it actually made or a difference it actually made. I think I want all of these. I'm just going to click any order keep. So my issue with that game is, yeah, obviously having Hydroblast would have been nice, but I just don't think it actually played a major impact on how that game panned out. Play the Ponder. But I must have messed that up. I thought I clicked any order keep. Apparently I did not. Off that first Ponder. Whoops. Brainstorm. Put back 2 lands. And then we'll cycle the Lorien revealed. Grab an island. Play Ponder. That was very good. Pass the turn. So right now we're 1 and 3. We should be 2 and 2. In my opinion, because we would have won the second match. But, like, I don't think we're supposed to beat MonoBlue Fae. And from what I understand is MonoRed is a very bad matchup. So here I can go High Tide floating 1, Merchant Scroll floating 2, and then that's enough to win. So High Tide. So, like, I don't think our record is terribly different from the projected outcome knowing what the matchups were. And our opponent just conceded the match instantly. Well then. Okay. This was a fast and sad league. Wow. So we went 2 and 3, which really should have been a 3 and 2. Round 1 we faced, what was it? I can't even remember at this point. All right, I cheated. I looked. It was Dimir Control. Round 2 is the Jund Wildfires deck where we beat that. We lost the MonoBlue Fae, which you're not supposed to beat. And then I do remember the BNR update mentioning how High Tide was not favored against MonoRed as well. So, I mean, this would have been a 3 and 2, but let's not focus on the record. I realize that I also messed up not boarding in Blue Elemental Blast, but let's talk about the deck list. I actually liked the deck list. Brainstorm was fine. We were able to use it to help set up sometimes, but really I liked having Brainstorm, Ponder, and Preordain. I will say that the old list that I played 3 months ago, I felt glutted on pieces of the puzzle every once in a while. This list just felt incredibly smooth. So I don't like having double Stream of Thought, but it's a concession if you're not going to play Flood of Recollection. And I felt like this deck list ran smooth, and maybe you get away with double Stream of Thought if you are playing for Brainstorm. What I'm less confident about is the Augur of Bolas Snap stuff. Like, I like Snap in the sideboard. I am less convinced about Augur of Bolas, and I didn't really get to use it here. So that was kind of a bummer. Yeah, I'm sorry. If you have feedback, provide it in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. But this was a weird league. An opponent that immediately conceded. A match where Magic Online just died. I forgot to board in a key sideboard card. Like, this one was a little messy. I'm not going to lie to you. But hopefully you found something entertaining or enjoying, or maybe you learned something. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate you watching, and I hope you enjoy my content. Have a great day, and as always, keep storming. What you should do is like, comment, and subscribe, because there's no better way to support us. And if you enjoyed this video, head over to moxfield.com and follow us there. It's truly the best deck website on the internet. We update all of our decks there regularly with the latest and greatest technology, so you're always up to date. Once again, go check out Moxfield, and thank you for watching.